Hey everyone, Brendan here from Athena Intelligence. Today I'm extremely excited to announce that Athena, the first enterprise AI data analyst, is now no longer just a co-pilot. Athena is able to autonomously and independently handle and manage tasks on your behalf. Let's get started with a quick demo. For today's demonstration, let's imagine we're an analyst for the Kansas City Chiefs. We've just received a high priority email from Travis Kelce. It notes, "Hey team, we're doing a big scrimmage next week. It'll probably require all the gear we have and then some. Previous season took a toll on our equipment. Can we make sure we're all set for this one?" He also makes a note that his girlfriend wants us to make sure all the equipment is A+ safety rated. Let's make sure we hit that as well. I can start by forwarding this email directly to Athena to put together a plan, so when I get back to my desk, we can review it and start kicking off the work. I also make a quick note that she should include a few of the inventory datasets that were already prepared, as well as getting the latest write-out catalog. We can be as specific or not specific at all in this planning stage because we can review it directly in platform. Let's jump in. Logging into Athena, we notice we have a new email request received, notification, and a plan that was generated. I can see right here in our workbench all the details of that plan in a nice summarized fashion, as well as all the details directly in our report. I can edit any parts of the plan. Using tabbed autocomplete features helps us write that much quicker. However, this all looks good from the objective stage. Let's review our task details and get things kicked off. We're going to be retrieving relevant internal resources, preparing the equipment inventory dataset using SQL, forecasting equipment demand in Python, downloading the latest Rydell equipment catalog from their website, compiling their findings, generating a report. We'll review everything before it gets sent, and then we'll finally email that final report. Things look great. Let's get started. I can start by running our first task. To retrieve those internal systems, we're immediately taken to Drive, where we can pull various information. All the processes we're going to see today are going to have a real nice feedback loop with our user interface, so that way the users fully understand what's happening under the hood and can further trust the system as we build things out. We can peek at any of the assets that Athena's added to our workbench, including a few PDFs here, an Excel doc, some equipment, information on the Rydell helmets, protective equipment, a PowerPoint, and even a video file. Athena is able to operate across numerous file types and pull in various information. To highlight a few, you can see them here. We directly connect to those source systems, structured data stores and warehouses, or unstructured warehouses such as S3, Google Drive, or the structured ones such as BigQuery, Databricks, or Snowflake. We've pulled in our relevant information. Let's move on to the next stage. Preparing equipment inventory dataset. Let's kick that off. We're immediately brought into our next interface, our query editor, where Athena's finding the relevant datasets, adding them to our local workbench, writing some SQL to clean and structure that data, producing the final dataset, and then we're saving that SQL snippet for us to use later. Super easy, super quick. Again, at any point, I can directly edit this, override her, and continue the conversation. Moving on, let's perform that forecast. For this next step, Athena is going to actually open a Jupyter notebook, and here shortly, we'll actually see her write all the code live, importing the correct data sets, packages, as well as fixing any errors that may come up. Looks like she's chosen to use Plotly and scikit-learn to perform the analysis. We'll also notice that she's able to use our internal API and SDK, which helps her write queries much quicker, as well as leverage other parts of our application. Great. Looks like we have a final analysis in which she's predicted A couple of our helmets and various equipment are in fair condition, a couple are in good condition. Not too many are that new. This might be something we need to refer back to later as we finalize our report results. Let's move on. Okay, next up we're going to be downloading that Rydell equipment catalog. We notice we're in our fourth interface, our browse. Athena's been tasked with downloading this PDF, and she looks like she's starting by going to Google and searching for Rydell. One nice thing about having this UI available to us is we can directly see the workflow and the process that she's taking. We can intervene where needed with a takeover control. Let's just follow along here and wait for her to finish. If we want to dig in a bit deeper, we can inspect under the hood the exact tools, processes, and workflows she's following. Helps with auditability for most enterprises. We notice she's going to the Rydell website, grabbing the team catalog, and was able to successfully download it from their site. Fantastic. Taking a look in our workbench, we can peek at that downloaded PDF. And yep, looks like we're looking at the right one. Perfect. Next up, let's compile those findings and get those ready to send off. So at each stage, Athena was able to note down the results, and we're basically going to be able to take a look at that here before we send it off. So she's compiled the final report for us, and before taking a look at that, I can scroll up to the entire log of this task and work through at each stage what was happening under the hood in a summarized fashion. From stage 1, when we were pulling the relevant data sources, to preparing that data set, all the way through to forecasting the equipment demand, downloading that Rydell equipment catalog, and then finally, we have our generated and compiled report. That all looks set. I can finalize this by running our review process, ensuring that nothing gets sent off before the team's reviewed it. And then finally, let's send that email. In this case, we've configured Athena to just draft this email, ensuring that there's no destructive workflow prior to human review. Great. That all looks set. I can send that off, and we're off to the races. Thanks, everyone. We just saw how Athena could perform each task by themselves. Let's do the entire thing one more time, except this time we'll do run all and complete all the tasks together.